I am so excited to be here with you guys. I'm sorry I can't be there in person, but we are a hockey family. And I don't know if you've seen that hockey meme going around, but it was like, this weekend, don't ask. Next weekend, don't ask. Next month, don't ask. We have hockey. That's basically like what our life is right now. And it's basically how I've built my business from October till April. Every single year is in hockey arenas. So I am excited to be here with you guys and just to show you that you can really build this business anywhere, anytime in the mom cracks of your day. Before we get started, I know a lot of you guys are newer coaches or emerald coaches. Can you just go around and kind of tell me how long you've been coaching, just so I kind of know who I'm speaking to?
Yeah. Do you just want each of us to, or?
Yeah.
You girls want to start?
Okay. I'm Katie, and I've been around now 3 months, I think, for coaching.
I think I'm at 9.
You're Alexa's
I'm
Emerald.
Emerald, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I haven't really done anything yet.
She's starting this month.
Yeah.
This is a great month to start. Absolutely.
3 months.
Uh-huh.
But I really have only been doing it like a month.
And she's Emerald.
Awesome.
I am new. I'm starting this month.
Yeah.
Yes.
5 months, 4 or 5 months, and I'm Emerald.
And these girls. You guys in the back?
Oh, I think like 2 or 3 months. I don't know for sure.
And she's Holly. I'm Jen. I've been since the middle of July, so almost 4 months. Brittany and almost are just over a year, and I'm Emerald.
And then I'm Candace, and I am Diamond, and just over a year.
So
I've been in
awesome.
the business.
So awesome. Okay, were you guys at Super Weekend? Well, Super Friday, I guess I should say.
Few of us, yep.
Yeah? Okay. Was that just like lit a fire under you or what?
Oh, so good.
It's
Those
so
speakers-
good, right? Yeah, so good, so good. So thank you for coming. And honestly, those are the events, like the events that you're doing right now as a team, and then the quarterly events or even getting together with a couple people. I think those are the things that really drive your business. Not only do they fuel you, but it's something that you can really share a story about and have it resonate with other women. And that's really something special that we have that we can pay forward to other women as well. So I want to get started. I was asking Candace, like, okay, well, what topic do you want? And I thought back to when I was a newer coach, and I just want to know, do you guys work as well? Like, is this a part-time thing?
Yes. Yep, for everybody.
Okay, cool. So that's exactly how I started out. Actually, I didn't even start out really to build the business. I was a full-time teacher. So I taught 2nd grade for a couple of years, and then I left the classroom to be a math intervention specialist. And in that time, I moved schools, and that's when I started to see my upline coach, Luanna Luke. She's also on the Market Council with me, so maybe you've seen her. She's I'd known her for like 15 years, and she had struggled with weight loss for years and years and years, and 14 years of infertility. They actually, Grace, their daughter, who's now a freshman in college, like seriously is a miracle from God. But she, had put on a lot of weight, and I saw her just like losing this weight and being so happy. And then all of a sudden I saw her in Las Vegas, and it was at Summit. I had no idea what Summit was. And I was like, wow, she's like really doing something with her life, and this is so exciting. And so that's kind of how I got into it, was reaching out to her and just saying, like, what are you doing, And she said, like, I started doing Beachbody workouts, and at that time I knew what they were because I had done P90X. Has anyone ever done P90X? Like, I'm old, you guys, so this is like 12 years ago, okay? Like when it first came out, and my husband and I got really great results, and she's like, yeah, it's Beachbody. I'm like, oh, I've done that before. So I wanted to kind of give you a background of where I've come and how to fit this in, and then really how to map out your month. For those of you that are just starting or recently started, oh my gosh, you guys, I was just in Arizona a couple weeks ago at Leadership, and we got like a whole map out of all the different launches that are coming out. And the teacher in me, the type A in me, totally geeks out at this. And it's like, yes, I love having a plan. And I really feel like you, I mean, I built a 6-figure business on part-time hours with this business, from teaching full-time and coaching part-time. And like I said, fitting it in between hockey and baseball. So it's totally possible, but it is something that you really want to have a plan for. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and just let me confirm that you can see this. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So we're going to fit this in. So, like I said, I started before with P90X, was a full-time teacher, math specialist. When I started coaching my boys, they were 2 and 5. So now they're 10 and 7. So it's been kind of a wild roller coaster. But if you're sitting there right now and you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, half of the things that she's saying, I don't even know what she's talking about. Summit, I have no idea what that is. That's okay, you guys. I had no idea what I was doing. We didn't have well, if we did have it, I had no idea. Beachbody Champions page or new coach Kickstart, we didn't have any of that. I just went and kind of did what I thought I was supposed to do. And I think if you have an upline that is coaching you, and you're tapping into the National Wake Up Call, you're tapping into the Beachbody Champions page, you're hopping on team calls, that's where the magic is. That's where, if you are coachable, you can do this. So I didn't have a schedule. I didn't have a business plan. I worked out at night. I tried to work the business after that, and it was crazy. I was like, this is not working for me. I remember working out at night. The launch of Insanity Max 30 came out, and I don't know if you've ever done a Shaun T program, but he would kill me. And by 9:30 at night, when I would finish my workout, it was like, now I have to go message people. I'm freaking exhausted. Are you kidding me? So I knew something had to change. I had to have a plan. And that's really where I thought, okay, I'm not doing personal development. If you've heard about personal development and you've kind of rolled your eyes at it, or you've been like, yeah, that I'll get to that later, that was totally me, okay? I didn't think I needed it. I thought it was kind of fluffy. It was like, what's it going to do for me? And honestly, it has changed my life. It's changed my coaches' lives. So many of them. I have another coach that has reduced her contract to part-time teaching, and she's just really a whole different person with her confidence, and kind of knows where she's going, and it will change you. And so when you think about personal development, yeah, listen to National Wake Up Call. So always have that on your plan. Monday's National Wake Up Call. If you can't listen live, because I remember I never could, you can listen to the podcast, listening it in your car, in the shower, folding laundry, doing the dishes, just getting it in. If you have AirPods, they are awesome. You can have one in and one out and still, hear what's going on at your house if you are folding laundry or whatever. If you don't have them, put them on your Christmas list and call them a tax write-off, because that is something that will definitely help your business. But definitely lean in and learn from other coaches and other personal development professionals. So it really was a game changer when I had a system. So this was my system when I was working full-time. Mondays was National Wake Up Calls or a live podcast. Tuesdays, Women Inspiring Women. That is Melanie Mitro. She's our former top coach. She has an awesome podcast, you guys. So definitely tap into that. Wednesdays, I would go in and find Beachbody Champions, just different topics that really resonated with me or areas that I needed to grow in. Like, for example, if I needed to grow in learning how to recruit better, I would just type in the search bar, like recruiting, and then the live calls would come up on that. And then also Thursdays, Fridays, I also use Audible. So I have books on tape. Rise Together is another one. John Maxwell, if you're looking to grow your team and grow yourself as a leader, he is an incredible speaker. I'm just listening to his book Leader Shift, and it's so good. It's so good. So these are huge game changers in really getting your mind right and setting yourself up for success. This business, like, the more you pour into yourself, the more your business will grow. I know people are like, that's crazy, right? But it is so true. I just had another coach this last week. She's like, I know why I'm not growing. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'm not being a product of the product. I'm not getting the results. You're right. You're not. So if you are posting that you are a health and wellness coach, but you still are, not growing mentally, and then physically you're not changing, and you're still that 30 pounds that you wanted to get off 2 years ago, yeah, it's hard to follow someone and think that they're going to help me if they're really not practicing what they preach, right? So it's really, I think the more you stay consistent with your own results, pour into yourself, the more consistent people will believe you, right? I always like to say, like, Target, we love going there, right? We love going to Target because we can walk in, we know all of their products are good quality, we know their customer service is great, we know that whoever is working will help us, we know that they're always open, we know that they're always being progressive and getting new fun things. I know it's kind of a problem, but hey, you know what? Sometimes it's just good therapy to go. But you go there because you trust that brand. Same thing. People are going to come to you if you have a plan and you are being a product of the product and you are showing up, because then they are like, okay, she's serious. Like, she keeps following, this 100-day program, or she's following the 6 weeks of the work, or whatever you're following and staying consistent with, that really is showing your truth. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So really having consistency within your business, not only with business activities, but with your own self. So what was the game changer in my business? Definitely was getting up early. I know I used to roll my eyes at this and think like, oh, I'm just going to let my kids wake me up. But that was really, honestly, not good for me. So getting up early, having a plan, and using the business activity tracker. Now, I was a teacher and my husband's a teacher, so I didn't have to hire a nanny, but some of the coaches on my team have hired a nanny in the summer so that they can really rock their business out in the summer. And not every day a nanny, but like 2 or 3 times a week for a couple hours, not a big deal. But if they could get solid, like, chunks of 3 hours of work in 3 days a week, that is something that they really needed. Now, I do have a VA, so I did hire out a VA, a virtual assistant, and she helps me with my boards, with just different setting up groups, scheduling posts, all of that, because that's something that's pretty mindless that I can hire out, okay? So give yourself permission to hire things out. Maybe it's even a house cleaner, cleaning company, anything that can free you up, and you can put your time and energy into things that are going to bring you joy and grow your business and you as a person. I think is really, really huge, because I remember, my one son saying, well, like, you're on the weekends, you're cleaning the house and I want to play with you. And I'm like, well, I know because mom's worked all week, so I have to like take this time. And that was just like, okay, hold up. I now am making a couple $100s a week. I can invest that into our family. And so that will free me up to spend more time with my kids. So just have a plan and give yourself permission to do that. The next thing is really having a plan with your business. So I don't know, can you guys see this? I can share it too. Why don't I share my screen? If you guys have a team calendar, now this month I told my girls like, okay, I'm going to show you what my calendar kind of looks like, but I really want you to do what works for you and your business. So can you guys see my calendar?
Yes.
Okay, so this is something else. Like I write it out with pen and pencil, but then my VA, she like beautifies it, right? Like she makes it look all beautiful. So this is not me. But I have on here like invite to free group, Glamps, and peppermint mocha launch. So right here, I basically have a plan of what I am inviting to. And this is really also for my new coaches. So the week before we have a free group is the time that they're going to be inviting to the free group. And the free group, you guys, is something that really will be critical in your business. I really, really firmly believe that, because when you start to invite for people to join you with your workout programs, a lot of times people get nervous, right? Like how many of you are like, I don't know if I want to invite them because then they're going to find out about a challenge pack and that costs money.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have to understand and you have to believe that what you are doing is really changing your life. And, there's other companies out there. I don't want to bash on any other companies, but like Tupperware doesn't change your life. Well, at least it doesn't change mine. Okay. But like getting in a good workout and having a shake that really has taken away my Diet Coke cravings and all the other crappy cravings that I had really is life changing, right? So you want to think that, okay, what they're going to get set up with is really going to change their life. But maybe you were nervous to join an accountability group. Maybe you were nervous to start a workout program. But guess what? If somebody sent you a free workout to try, you would just put in the web address and stream it, right? Like there's no financial investment in there, but they are investing in that time because they are curious, because they've seen you on your stories doing your workouts, or they've heard you in conversations talking about what you've just started to do, and they want to try it. Like every single person out there, I don't care like what excuse they give you, every single person out there wants to be healthy. They want to feel good. Like who wants to walk around feeling lethargic and super unhappy and lacking confidence? No one does, but they tell themselves these lies. But if you set yourself up for the month and know that the first or second full week of the month, you're going to run a free group, that feels so good to invite to. And we have switched our free group in our team. We used to do the 14-day trial. You still totally can. But some people, especially like I work with a lot of people on Instagram, and they're people that I don't personally know, right? Like they're my cold market, you would say, but I mean, we've been in conversations. So for them, I just have a whole document of all the free trailer workouts that we've had over the last year and a half now. So they can try 21 Day Fix real time. They can try the sample of 21 Day Fix Extreme. They can try Lift 4 sample, Transform 20 sample, Shift Shop sample, now 6 weeks of the work, Morning Meltdown. And then coming out this month, you guys, on the 25th is Bar Blend. So, I mean, they have the choice of like 8 or 9 different free workouts. So I just provide them a calendar and I say, here's your calendar for the week. I kind of mapped it out for you and I really want you to follow this so that you can try these workouts with me, okay? I also send them a free meal plan and it just has like fixate mac and cheese, a pizza recipe, a burger recipe. Why? Because I want people to know, like, this lifestyle, you're still eating mac and cheese. You're still eating cheeseburgers. You're still eating pizza. You're just eating the clean ingredients and showing people that this is not about restrictions. This is about really fueling your body with just good food that tastes good, right? Because sometimes people think, oh, you must eat like a rabbit. All you eat is salads, right? So I just want to like switch that around and share with them, no, like I eat tons of good food. Just it's just clean. Okay. Do you guys have questions on the free group?
Yeah, Nicole, do you run them like as a team or do you just like you run it yourself to show up as like the leader in the group or do you do it as like a collective team?
That's a great question. So with my new coaches, I run it with them. So all my diamonds, they run their own with their downline.
Okay.
Yep. So, and then some of my diamonds, like they would run theirs too. So basically, if you're a diamond on the team, I mean, sometimes the diamonds will pair up, but really it's better, I think. And then this gives my new coaches, so you guys that are new, it gives you an opportunity to post in the group as well, because when you invite someone, they want to see you. Like if it's just your upline posting, and I mean this in the nicest way, they don't know your upline. And like you've invited them to this group, so they wanted to see you, right? So I think we used to do it team wide, but then it got way too big, right? And then I think everyone kind of gets lost in the shuffle. And at the end of the day, you guys, the main goal of the free group is for them to really get an awesome workout, to see the community, and to know what resources are out there. I just had a new coach from Florida, actually. She joined me in September, and she was going to see a trainer. She was going to the gym, but she wasn't getting results. And her and I have been messaging for a long, long time. And I just said, hey, you know what? Just try this workout. I'm going to send you 2 links. Will you please just try these and check it out? And it was 21 Day Fix Real Time and 21 Day Fix Extreme. And she messaged me back the next day and she's like, those killed me. I can't even believe I got a workout like that in my house. I'm like, I know, right? Like, so now she's a coach on our team. She's hitting Success Club. She's, you know, going for our diamond retreat because it is actually in Florida. She's like, I can drive there. I'm like, awesome. But it's showing these people what value that these programs have, right? And if they do the 14-day trial, that's awesome because they will have access to more. But I think people just have that freedom to try it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So then my plan is, let me share my screen with you here. So if you have your free group, if you invite here, and then you have your free group, like we just wrapped ours up. So now this weekend here, the 9th and the 10th, right? We are inviting those people that were in our free group to our challenge group, right? So now what we're doing is saying, hey, thank you so much for being in our free group. What did you love about it? I always ask what they loved about it, because when you ask what they loved about it, then you can, you know, talk about what they loved. And then just say, awesome, let's get you set up. Let's get you in our group. We're going to start on Monday. I'll take you through a prep week. And then I have a prep week packet for them. And then I would welcome them the following week the 18th to our accountability group. And mine right now is I'm doing a 2-month group, November, December, slaying through the holidays, SLAYING, so that we're just like really honing in on getting our workouts in, even though, it's a crazy busy time, but it's crazy busy fun time. But it is getting that extra hour in for yourself. So we have our free group, we have our prep week, and then we start the 3rd week of the month. Now, because I already have my group going, I'm just going to welcome them all in, and it's not going to be a big deal, but it kind of gives you a breakdown. And then here, like this week that my first group is starting, I also know that Bar Blend is coming out. So this week ahead, I'm going to start talking about Bar Blend on my stories, because I know that then I can invite them on the 25th. Everyone that is in my downline and former customers, all of that, they can try the sample workout for Bar Blend. Say that 10 times. And then that's going to be another free workout program that they can try as well. So I kind of follow this system of like in the last week of the month, invite to the free group, prep week, start. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
We were wondering in the free group, do you just give them the sample workouts? Do you set them up with like sample products, or is it just one sample meal plan and the sample workout list? Is there anything else?
So I give them it's basically a welcome letter, a Word document, super simple, and it just has, I can show you guys actually. Why don't I do that? It just has the workout links to the,
Nicole, do you use that week to talk about that they could add on to, or do you wait until they want to be added to your accountability group?
I like to check in with them like throughout the week too. That's a really good question. So it's not like I wait till Friday or Saturday to invite them, right? But yeah, I do, like, through talking with them too, like everyone is different, right? So finding out what their goals are is really important too. But with a free group, I don't like to, a free group member is different than a member that is like, I think I'm ready to do this, right? Like a free group member, they're kind of dipping like one toe in. So I just like to keep the conversations flowing throughout the week, right? Like, how did that workout go? What did you like about it? What do you typically eat? Let me try to find a recipe that would be a clean version for you or an alternative, right? And I think you guys tapping into the Beachbody On Demand blog is like just full of resources, right? And really letting them know that you not only get 1,000 workouts, but you also get all these different recipe ideas on top of personal growth information too, So I pulled this up, you guys. I can just quickly share. It's nothing fancy at all, But I just break it down for them. Like, you can try the 14-day trial if you want. If you don't want to, then here's your sample workout calendar. And so then I just break it down for them. Oh yeah, I forgot about Clean Week too. If you have just beginners, just set them up on Clean Week. Clean Week is free to everyone, you guys. So it even has a meal plan with it, like a meal plan calendar. I guess I don't want to overwhelm people, so I just go pretty slow with like sending them 1 or 2 recipes. But Clean Week, I mean, it does have a whole calendar, so you can do that too, and they can just see the value in that. And so here's all the links of the different sample workouts that they can literally just click on and go, right? And then 2, I do talk about nutrition. because we do provide our members with weekly meal plans, those that have 50 PV or higher for the week or month or whatever, as long as they're active. So I kind of break that down and show them that they get that too. So they see what they get when they join.
So that whole week, they just pick whatever workout they want to do, and if they like it, they might do it a few times, or every day of the week, you're saying, like, let's do that workout, let's do that workout.
Yeah, so like Monday, I'll have the 21-day fix real time picture, and it will say post your sweaty selfie below after this workout. And then the next day, it might be lift 4 sample, and then it will say Tuesday, sweaty selfie, post your picture below, and so they know that they kind of have it set up. But if they are someone that's coming off of a, injury, or they haven't worked out forever, then, I would maybe go clean week with them because some of these programs, like, I warn people too, like, if you're going to try Transform 20, like, brace yourself, right? Like, Shanti's crazy, because if you, like, go to strength and you've never worked out with him, people are going to be like, this guy's blowing my mind. Like, I don't even know what he's doing, right? But it's good. Do you guys have other questions about, like, the free group or leading in, how to kind of invite into then your accountability group?
No, I think that's good so far. This
Okay.
is great.
Okay. So then, really, I don't know. Have you guys seen, have you guys seen this printout?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. This printout is just so amazing, you guys. I have notes written all over it from leadership, but really, I think when you kind of can see the whole year ahead and have a system in place for knowing what you're inviting to, right? So, for example, Bar Blend is coming out, right? So I just was working last night on setting my team up with kind of a Google Doc for our launch plan with that, and just having in the back of your mind, always knowing 2 to 3 months ahead of what you're planning for. Just like Target. I love Target, can you tell? But like, they already, they've had their back to school stuff out in July, right? And school didn't start till September. And then they have their Halloween stuff out in August, right? And now they have their Christmas stuff out, of course. And before we know it, they're going to have their New Year's and their Valentine's stuff out. Like, we all know that our business works seasonally, but if we can be intentional with what is coming out, I think it will feel so much better for you. And it's not to say, for example, 6 weeks of the work, that's not for everyone, but I'm doing it right now, and I love it, by the way. Is anyone else doing it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was scared to death, and I always put the clean version on because I just don't like swearing. Then I'm like, this isn't even bad. Like, I put the explicit version on the other day because Jeff and I were working out in the afternoon when the boys were at school. So I was like, okay, let me just see here. And I'm like, okay, this is not explicit. I can handle this. But it's awesome. And if I would have let fear hold me back and say, like, I don't want a man swearing at me, and these moves look so hard, right? I wouldn't have put that on my plan. And now I can say to a lot of people, like, actually, you can do this workout. Actually, there is a modifier. And so I think just looking ahead, having a plan, knowing Bar Blend is coming out. You guys that are new, this is an opportunity. And you guys that are Emerald, working towards Diamond, oh my gosh, please take December 3rd through the 15th in that open window of when you can enroll new coaches and blow up your business right there, you guys. That is the time when only coaches can get access to that, and you could really, really have your business soar within the 3rd through the 15th. But you have to have a plan right now. You have to be planting those seeds right now about what are you looking forward to? Oh, I'm looking forward to wrapping up 6 weeks of the work. I'm looking forward to a bar program. It's low intensity, but it's going to give me a workout like that hurts so bad. Hi, bud. The thing is, at Leadership in Arizona, when we were there a couple weeks ago, I worked out with Elise. I decided to work out with her first on Thursday and then a Mwala on Friday because I was terrified of him, and I was like, well, I just won't be like as sore with him and I'll be able to do everything. I was so wrong. It was totally flipped. Bar kicked my butt. I was so sore heading into Amala's workout because those tiny little muscles, oh my gosh, it was crazy. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I didn't use any weights, and we were just doing these little moves, and it was so sweaty and so good. And so again, like having that plan of just doing the launches and being a part of them right when they come out is so beneficial. So even though it comes out, like you can get access the 3rd through the 15th, you're not going to start until January, right? But you are going to get, like, I was just listening to a call in the roundtable last night. I think you get like 10 new workouts to try before it launches. So here again, you can have that plan and breadcrumb those for when you're talking to inviting for people to join you, and take advantage of the free workout. Like if people are like, I don't know if bar's for me, here, go try this workout and let me know what you think. Like super easy. Anything else about planning out for November, December into January?
Go get it. That was super helpful.
Well, good. I just think like sometimes in life we're flying by the seat of our pants, and I'm totally guilty of that. But if getting up an hour earlier and just kind of mapping stuff out for the week ahead or the month ahead really gets your mind set in the right frame, so that when you are inviting to something, you're like, okay, I know what I'm inviting to. I have a plan. It feels really good. I have a start date. And so like right now, I'm going to be following up with all my people today and just saying like, hey, my group is starting tomorrow. Are you ready to get in? And when people know that they have that hard start date, they want to get in because they don't want to miss it, right? And there's so much more power in people starting together than trickling in, So, any other questions?
No, thank you for doing this.
you.
This is great.
Yes, you're so welcome. And if any other questions do come up, just feel free to shoot me a message, and I'm happy to, definitely happy to help you guys out. I'd love to get a picture for my stories and your stories. So can you guys I don't know, huddle in?
Yeah, I'm right here, baby girl.
All right, girl. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture. And can we do one boomerang? Because I just love boomerangs.
Oh, yeah.
Like put your hands up. Like, okay. Oh, whoops, I didn't put it on boomerang. Sorry, do it again. Thanks, guys. I will send this over to you, okay?
Like, what the fuck?
All right, rock out the next 3 months, guys.
Yes, thanks, Nicole. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.